Hi, guys, and welcome back to the podcast Live in Black and White. So, this is our first YouTube video. We shared shorts and little clips here and there, but we decided in this day and age it's more popular to have videos rather than just audio. So, we hope you enjoy seeing us as well.
And if you don't, who cares?
In case you wonder why I'm moving the mic, it's because we didn't work out how to plug two mics in one laptop.
Welcome to our podcast.
We have to be closer to each other.
And that's just a bonus for both of us.
Yeah, after 10 years of marriage.
Yeah.
So anyway, today we want to touch on a little sensitive subject perhaps, but we hope not to make it too heavy or too negative or too serious. If you've been with us for a while, you know that we like to laugh and we like to just make things a bit lighter when they can be, of course, like it depends. So a few weeks ago, I shared in one local Facebook group for Slovak and Czech people living in Scotland about our podcast, and I asked people for their support, feedback, for shares, likes, reviews, and all that I usually ask. And I was shocked by some of the responses we got from some individuals. And of course, it hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt. And it took me a while to get over some of the things that were said. But then I realized that this is actually good because it sparked huge debate on Facebook that otherwise wouldn't have happened. And it brought up some of the issues that people don't realize are still happening in 2025. And so I thought this could be a great opportunity to record an episode, just me and Yaw, and share our views on how to deal with things like that, because I know that it's not just us, and many people deal with online or offline haters, what you call them, trolls, negative comments, and this is something that concerns us all in this day and age. So I thought, or we thought, I should say we thought, yeah, that it's a great opportunity to talk about this, and hopefully help someone out there who is dealing with this as well. Anything you want to say?
No.
Not yet, yeah. No. I have to admit, it did get to me more than it got to you, I'd say. And then I realized perhaps it's because it sounds awful, but you've used to this. You've dealt with this your whole life. Whereas for me, it's still new, although we've been together for 10 years. I'm still getting used to it, yeah. It's not something I grew up with. And it took me years to understand that, oh, actually, it is real, like racism still exists. And in some of our previous episodes, because we talk about other things as well, of course, but we talk about race as well in our podcast. And in some of the previous episodes, we talked about unconscious bias. But then I realized, how about conscious bias? Yeah, we never talked about that. So this is, again, a great opportunity to touch on that subject as well. Because yes, racism is real. Even in 2025, and I'm sure it's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon, if ever. I suggest you listen to some of our previous episodes because we don't want to repeat ourselves. So if you want to learn a bit more about unconscious bias or how we are wired and why it's not necessarily a bad thing that we have some bias, then we recommend some of our previous episodes, especially the one with Dipti Tate. He was our guest recently, so we highly recommend that one. But back to trolls. Some of the comments we got were quite funny. No, they were not funny, but when you really think about it, they were funny. Like,
we should have listed them out.
No, because I turned notifications off after a few, so I couldn't. It got too much. I'm not gonna mention those. That would be too heavy, and I would start crying probably. So let's not go there.
Oh.
But one lady said that black men are horrible as husbands because they just make European women pregnant and then they run away. So I'm still waiting.
Don't worry, give me a few more years and stuff. No,
No, it is not funny, obviously. And Yao told me right away that this lady, I love that about him so much, apart from other things, that he doesn't judge. I mean, he judges, of course, we all judge, but it's like he gives people the benefit of the doubt and he sees beyond the obvious. And he said right away that this lady must have had a very bad experience or something must have happened there. She wasn't born with this opinion, obviously. And then I spoke to other people as well, and I was like, oh yeah, I understand that now. Yeah, I admit, like, she has the right. I'm not talking about her specifically, but like if someone has a different opinion or opinion that doesn't match your opinion, we can say. We tend to judge those people like, oh, how dare they think something else than me, yeah? Or that's not right, yeah, because my opinion is right. And I think this is where lots of conflict happens or misunderstandings, that we are not willing to see the other side of the story. Is that how you say it? Yeah. And what's behind their beliefs and opinions? Because frankly, and if you listen to our previous episodes, you know that I admitted I had different opinions about Black people before I met Yao, and my opinions changed big time. And when I'm really honest with myself, looking back at the old me, I would have been embarrassed at some of the beliefs and opinions I used to have. So it took me years, yeah, literally years, and lots of discussions, lots of experiences to actually start changing my opinions and beliefs. And I can't blame others if they are not there yet or ever. Yeah, I think if I hadn't met you, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have changed my opinions ever. So I think that's a big one, that we're not willing to see the other people's perspective in general. And sometimes, like, no negative comment comes from out of nowhere. You, by your actions or your comment or whatever you posted, you triggered something in them that they don't like, and this is how it manifests in the form of comment or hate or whatever. No, now you say something because now it looks like only I speak in this marriage.
Oh, is that not the case? Okay, all right. Let's try and. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there who will do things for a joke. They'll do it for a laugh, and they sometimes don't understand how much of an impact certain things that they say actually have on people.
Yeah.
You know, you can have little kids who turn around and do it as a joke and think, oh, it's just a prank, or, you know, they just don't understand the impact of some of the words and some of the things that they say.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also that kind of feeling that sometimes, especially in this case of the woman who's turned around and said that, you could, if it is a woman, by the way, because you're just assuming from the profile that a woman's just turned around and said that. It may be, it may not be, right? But even still, maybe they're talking from a point of pain. Maybe they are going through something. They've experienced something which you mentioned, and so that pain is fresh. And maybe that's not what they're actually about, but because that pain is so fresh and so raw, they're speaking in that way.
Yeah.
But then there is something to be said about the anonymity of being online.
Oh yeah, it's easier to say something when you can hide behind the keyboard. 100%, yeah.
And I think sometimes people get caught up in the waves of certain things being done or certain things being said, that people just jump on that bandwagon because it's easy.
Yeah, yes, 100%. And then you take it personally, but it's never personal. That's the point I'm making. It's never, ever personal.
That's probably the biggest gist of it is what you said there about you have to have that that thick layer to just kind of, you brought it up earlier on.
Oh yeah, it's normal. After speaking to my amazing mindset coach Hayden, who I say hi to if he's listening, he helped me understand that it's normal to feel the feelings. Yeah, you feel naturally. Yeah, we all care about what others think about us. It's a natural, what's the word? Reflex. No, it's like we all care. The problem is if we worry too much about it, I'd say, but it's natural that we care what people say about us. And when someone attacks verbally your family, then how could it not impact me? Yeah, I wouldn't be a human then. So it's okay to feel whatever, yeah, pain, which I did, and then, but it's up to me what I'm gonna do with it then, yeah. It's, am I still gonna share the message, which I'm very keen to share, and try and connect people, make people understand that they have bias, even if they don't want to admit it. But like Dipti said, our guest a few weeks ago, that we have to be realistic as well. It will never be all one family, the whole world, of course. But as much as we can do, let's do it together. And these conversations actually help to achieve that goal. So in a way, I'm glad that that discussion on Facebook happened. And then I went to other groups, similar groups, and I shared the exact same post for this very reason. I wanted them to discuss, yeah. And in every single group, it triggered very similar reactions, yeah. So I'm glad people talk. It just shows that it needs to be talked about. It's just a shame that on social media people don't debate, they don't talk to each other, they don't listen, they just attack, or they just want to prove, oh, I'm right and you're wrong. So this is not discussions that we need, yeah. But hopefully this is, yeah. Hopefully this will make someone think and start seeing things from a different light.
You've got to make a point of saying that even if it wasn't the majority of people who were coming up with these comments, it was always in a minority that these things and stuff are being said, and people who are on these chats were automatically turning around and saying, I can't believe that you're saying these kind of things, I'm disgusted that you're turning around and saying these things. So when you hear about the bigger things out there, and you hear of so much hatred and that kind of thing going on, there is a lot of positivity and stuff out there as well.
Yes.
And we can't lose sight of that. We can't, we've got to hold on to that as much as we can. Again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm repeating what you say. We really do have to hold on to that positivity, that ability to listen, even when we feel that somebody isn't, going along with the way that, that debate, that being able to kind of talk back and forth allows people to really kind of open up. And you know what? This is something that's always said. Psychological safety, the ability to turn around and say what you need to say and feel that you're not going to be attacked for it, is paramount to everything. And that's why you have that freedom of speech. Even if it's a speech that you don't particularly like, having the ability to say what you need to say needs to be there. We have to learn how to maybe deal with people who don't say things, and I say, I have to take responsibility of how I handle somebody turning around and saying something, how I deal with it, but it still needs to be there, because if it's not there, then there's a big problem. Because when it goes silent, where are those things kind of going? Those avenues of being able to kind of expel these like energy as such. If you don't have that, what's going to happen? Things are going to happen, and things turn from the online stuff to what kind of happens out in the real world.
Yeah.
Reality.
Yeah. And we need these discussions, and like you said, people rarely listen. And I am still learning to listen.
Same here.
Oh yeah, everyone, yeah, absolutely. Because we just usually wait for the other person to finish so we can have our go now.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but then it needs to be followed by a proper discussion, if that's the right word. Proper, like effective, maybe is the right term. And this is the only way we can actually make a difference and change people's views, not by pushing our views or arguing, attacking, judging. That's not gonna lead anywhere, because we can't stop hate by more hate. And if you attack someone's opinions, they actually doing the same thing that they do. Yeah, so it's a vicious circle. Then no one wins when it's about winning. It's not about discussion, it's about winning in most cases. Yeah, that's why I don't engage in these online debates, because there is no point whatsoever. But I try to listen.
Do you never?
Not anymore. It depends who it is, maybe, yeah? Because this lady in particular, I did respond. That's very important. You don't respond with emotion, heat, or calmly, yeah? Like, you center yourself, let the emotions go, and then you just say your piece. But I could tell, like, she wasn't an idiot, yeah? She was intelligent person with a bad experience, obviously, yeah? So I knew I could just share my views and leave it there. I don't push, I don't judge. I just say, I'm sorry you feel this way. I used to feel the same, but I don't anymore. Yeah, it took me some time, and I hope that she will as well. Yeah, that she will change her views. Because then the world is limited, no? When your views are very limited, no? It's like when you open your mind a bit more, oh, it might be different. Maybe I'm not 100% right, yeah, in this. Maybe there is a different angle I haven't considered, yeah. That makes a difference. That makes people communicate, and it leads to something.
But sometimes it takes time.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't see that there's got to be a space for somebody to defend a point, but it's like, how do you turn around and say it if something is, has fired you up? Even if you came back with the most eloquent of responses, and you're completely just breaking down the argument of something of what somebody's turned around and said your piece, it's hard to not be dragged into it.
Of course. That's what I mean. Like, I had my first reaction was hurt, pain, crying, I couldn't sleep. That's normal, yeah? Or to have heated emotions, or to have hateful thoughts, or, desires to, revenge. It is normal, of course, but then it's up. That's not, you don't choose those feelings, they just happen. And then you have a choice to either choose differently or continue that. And that takes strength, I'd say, yeah. Because it's easy to just be offended, hurt, and just hate more people and put more hate out there. But that's what you achieve by this. You just feel lonely because you shut people out because they don't agree with you, they don't have the same views, or they, I don't know, whatever. Then it's very lonely. It's very, very lonely.
Yeah, it's really hard to distance yourself from emotions, and yeah,
it's not hard. It can be hard.
What?
Hayden would be proud of me.
Okay, that's a little inside mentee mentor.
Yeah,
kind of. That was for you, Hayden. Okay.
So
no, it's difficult. It really is difficult. But again, it's like you saying, it's just taking that step to just think, is this all? Is this all of what it is? Of, can you be truthful to yourself and say to yourself, is this the emotion I'm feeling because I'm annoyed with something? Or is this the truth that I'm feeling because someone's hurt me? Is it the truth because, or do you really think that this is what you're feeling? And, emotion or anything aside, that's how you think. But I just generally, I think that we all need to just kind of step outside of that zone, step outside of us to kind of see it from an alternate.
Yeah, like an observer rather than,
just for a moment, even if you do think you're right and you do think, somebody's saying something, why you? I always think there's got to be more. There's got to be something. There has to be something there.
Yeah.
I've met too many decent people and stuff in this world to know that, and I've met people who aren't always the nicest, but even in seeing them in certain ways, I've also seen them in other ways as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there are two sides. No, two sides, more than one side to people. And it's up to us what we choose to see. And then what we focus on, we experience. So what you choose to see, you will see, you will experience. It's like in marriage, we can compare it. No, if I just focus on what Yao does wrong, that's all I'll see. Yeah? But then when I start focusing,
really,
I'm saying as an example.
and you know what? There's obviously she tries to focus really hard on that, but she just can't see anything. I'm amazing.
Yes, that's why I'm not sharing any specifics. I'm just saying, yeah.
Specific.
But,
Sure, right? Surely. No.
or I can choose to see the good things, yeah, the amazing things, and then I see more of them, yeah, each time I see him. So yeah, it's the same principle in everything. So to wrap it all up, this part is like allow yourself, if you come across a troll, hater, someone who hurts you, it's okay to feel what you need to feel. It's okay to care. It would be weird if you didn't care, even impossible.
Can I make a point of saying as well?
Yeah.
If there is ever, you're getting something specifically from people all the time, there's obviously ways of reporting some of this stuff as well. Because
but yeah, we don't go into this angle, but yeah.
Just to make sure we're not just saying, just they took the time out to just be like really hateful and stuff, and I'm just getting barrages of hate and things, and then you're thinking, but Ivanka and Yao said just take it on, it's fine, and there's another. No, we also mean that if you're ever getting something like this,
fight back. Yeah, that's the next step or the final step. You didn't let me finish.
But it's not fighting back, is it? It's not fighting back. Use the authority.
No, I don't mean like fight back. Sorry, I mean like
use
the
support services and things
like,
that are in place.
Yeah, if you can stop it. Yeah, obviously. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, the first step is to allow yourself to feel and then try. I know it's very hard. It can be very hard. I was at that point a few times when I was actually thinking to myself, was that a good decision to marry a black guy and to have black children? Because I wasn't sure at one point, like, am I ready for this? Am I really strong enough to deal with this? And they're still small, So when they grow up, and we don't have them here all the time, so it's normal to have these feelings, but then you step back and try and see it from their perspective as well, and what might have led them to this point, and really listen what's behind what they say. But you can see there is a difference between the trolls who just toss random comments just to like you suck or that's not even a thing. But then you have those that hit hard. Then you have comments that really hit hard, that feel personal. So these are the ones I'm referring to more than anything else. And not just.
But you did decide that you wanted to marry a black man.
Yes, and I'm very, very proud and happy I made this decision. Not because of the obvious, because you're amazing, you're the best, but also because I think I can be the voice to make more white people see what I didn't see for years. And I couldn't do that if I hadn't met you, obviously, because not every white person who sees what I see now is keen to make a difference in the world and to have these discussions. And see what I mean?
Yeah. you're a step on that,
Yes.
but it's their own journey, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking. I want to share the message.
Yeah.
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 That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Are we on the same page?
Yeah, I think so.
Because we listen to each other. See?
Sorry. But anyway, no, I think what we've tried to do with this whole podcast thing is about pushing positivity
Yes.
back. So whether it's that for this or whether it's for something else, you know, you're just using your voice to try and put that positivity.
Our voice, Angel.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
See, I like that. I didn't even have to prompt it, did I? Appreciate it. But no, it is. If we can hold on to those small positive steps, and those things kind of have that butterfly effect to kind of help other people kind of have a little bit of confidence and stuff in those type of situations, then why not?
And I hope you don't hate Slovak people now after that, because I shared that all happened in Slovak and Czech group, but you still like Slovakians, right?
I didn't even.
Oh,
why would it faze me? Why would it faze me? I think this is the gist of it. I can't and I won't allow someone or, just a couple of people to turn around and phase how I think about people.
Yeah.
If someone I don't like you, then I don't like you. It's as simple as that. But I'm not going to turn around and say, because I don't like you, your mate, who could actually be absolute decent person and stuff, even though they're connected. Even that
can be decent person, like you said before. Maybe just because.
Absolutely.
Just clarify.
Sometimes it's not the first view of certain things. Sometimes you need to kind of give it that couple of seconds, that extra kind of look to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And see where that's coming from, right? Yeah.
You look handsome, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So, and just a quick question, deep one though. Brace yourself. Why does racism still exist in 2025? You know what? I had a few people tell me after this, they saw the comments and they said, I am shocked that this still happens in the 21st century. Very good point. I would probably think the same if it wasn't for you.
Really?
Oh yeah. Remember when we got together, I thought I would teach you how naive you.
Okay.
So see, we're learning the whole life. Yeah. So I'll let you explain. I'm not in the position to explain. Share your views. Why is racism still? Because we have people argue that, but we have lots of races, nations living together. It's not unusual to see certain.
But we're all.
I know, but you explain, please, in your words.
I really, we need the people to kind of jump on that other podcast that we did with Dipty.
With Dipty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that.
From division to connection, it's called. Where you explain it there. Yeah, actually, we explained it there.
That is absolutely perfect, and she does it absolutely amazingly.
Yeah.
On our differences, and sometimes it can be slight differences that we just don't get. They're not our norms. They're not something that we've kind of had in our world, and so if something's different, that's enough for there to be that kind of doubt, and that causal effect from it is more than enough to kind of be a reason to connect with just people that you know and you feel comfortable and safe with.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that bubble is offensive. You have the I don't want to do her thing as this disjustice type thing, injustice. We come from clans that are a lot smaller, and we connected to these people because they may look like us, they may sound like us. We connected, and
Yeah.
those clans kept each other safe. And if there was something different, it was probably something different from somewhere else, another clan, another. So, and when those two clans used to meet, I'm going back, caveman, whatever time and things, that would normally mean that there's something there. There was going to be some sort of collision, some sort of hostile kind of, and we've still got that built into us. That is part of our makeup as animals, as human beings, is that we've got that as part of it. But what we do have now is we have information, so much information, and so much things where we interact, we work well together, we succeed together, and for example, music, how many things I've it's so strange. Music, you got food, you got things like, sorry if I'm kind of ranting on, but there are things where people connect so much, even though there's hatred on other sides. You can turn around
or football match.
Yes, you can connect and disconnect and stuff on those. But do you know what I mean? There are things that absolutely connect us, and people could stand face to face and screaming at each other and hating each other, and a song come on, and I know this is like completely the Nirvana type, state type thing, but a song could absolutely come on and they both go, "Oh, I love this song. You love this song? Oh my god!" It's to the extreme, but it's along those lines. Those small differences can be made to be bigger differences, especially if you don't know and you just take someone's word for it. Someone's experience can be amplified with what they've been through, and you've just taken it on as gospel, as the whole truth. But everybody's different. A lot of nations are different, and because of that, it will happen.
Yeah. That's why we need to have these conversations as well, because if we support the hatred, that's what leads to wars and killing, and not opinions as such, but when we fuel them.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what causes actual like murders, wars, when we fuel that hatred rather than, because you can have any opinion, that's fine. You can not like certain race, but it's not gonna make you do something really horrible. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, what leads?
Oh, this is
too deep.
It can be, because you're then looking at the psychology of a person, or mob mentality, or there's so many different factors. How people are living, how people are existing. Are they living, or are they just surviving or existing? There's a lot of ways to exploit when things are difficult, right? And if you exploit one thing and just push the narrative at one person, that causes a divide. You're not doing this. We can't get this. You had this. Your grandparents had this, but you don't have this because such and such.
Yeah, it's very complex. Yeah. I was just thinking, because I just realized that there are comments that is like, I remember Meghan Markle mentioned death threats, and that's another level. Yeah. I'm just thinking like how to cope with these, but that's another level. Thank God we didn't have directly like that, although not directly, let's just put it that way. Is that, I'm just thinking, but I think you just explained that depends then on individual people. But I think even innocent jokes and talking, like fueling the hatred, can lead to these sorts of comments or views or desire to actually hurt someone. Yeah, so that's way beyond just comments or words. Yeah, or thoughts, because it's words. Yeah. So I just felt like we should at least marginally mention that. So
I honestly feel that we've all got more connections than we actually realise.
Yeah. We just need to see them.
Yeah.
Or be willing to see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a nice way to finish this, no?
Nice.
Anything else you would like to add?
I'm curious about what stuff you feel that you see that you turn around and said, no.
You know, he knows he's just being silly. Silly sausage. He knows. You just want me to say out loud. But I think people can see what's amazing about you, Angel. And your friends. What was her name? Your friend from Southampton. Southampton starts with C. She says, everybody loves Yaw. That's just how it is. I remember when she said that. I was like, oh, yeah, actually. Everybody loves Yaw. Kiara? Kyra? Kiki. You remember too fast. Why?
We had some good people around, good support structure around in sunny Southampton. Good times.
Yeah.
Great times.
So what does it have to do with anything?
I don't know, you brought it up, right?
No, I brought up... What was her name?
Kiki.
Kiki, sorry. I brought her up, not Southampton. And I said that she said, everybody loves Yaw.
Okay. And I said, yeah, we had amazing people around her.
We all hear what people... that you are a lovable person, basically.
Thank you.
Oh. So I think everyone who knows you knows what's good about you. And he has perfect eyebrow, by the way. But we're recording this at night, so excuse the rubbish quality of the video. Going forward, we're doing this during the day, recording, I mean, so we promise the quality of the video will be better.
So maybe
going
next
forward.
time you'll see the quality of my eyebrows.
Yes.
I don't know where this is going, to be honest.
Nowhere.
I think this just needs to stop.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, you know what to do. Yeah, we'll tell you, as always.
Just leave a review.
And share.
And share wide.
Like, and all that. Follow.
Yeah. Oh, all that she said.
Yes.
Just get on with it, please.
And do it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. And really, we really mean it. If you enjoyed this, I think that this is a very, very important discussion. And if you help us spread the word, that will mean the world. And we really, really mean it. Again, we mean it, don't we? Yeah. So share this far and wide, please. And let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah. Leave some comments and reviews and stuff. We're really...
Some trolls, yeah.
Yeah. It's ready.
And how are you going to deal with this comment?
Oh, well, our next episode...
is the reaction to the comments that will come.
We'll just sit there, we'll just list it. All of the trolls will be like...
Uh-oh.
We would like to...
We say hi now to them. Or we have no comments, they'll be like, this is awkward, isn't it?
The trolls didn't think it was worth it. I'm not trolling this. I've got a rep. I've got a reputation to keep. It's not good enough. Sorry. Maybe this bit might be cut. Okay, alright. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, and see you in 2 weeks.
See you later.
Bye.